Good morning, St. Francis. Good morning, people of God. It is Thursday, the 22nd day of May, 2025. It is Thursday of the 5th week of Easter, the 33rd day of the Easter season. And as you can see again, I am at RDU, going to Rome today for a couple of meetings and some other things that have to happen. And so I'm on my way again. And so we'll see what happens. So you'll get these reflections from Rome and then from Assisi during the week while I'm there. So we'll see. Another little tour guide kind of thing. But anyway, this is the day after TFS's graduation, wonderful graduation ceremony. Yesterday, much joy, many tears, but a good way in which to notice the impact again that we had on our students as they go forward, into high school, into their futures. So our readings for today, the Council of Jerusalem, the history of it kind of continues today, in which Peter basically, knowing which Paul stands up, and says, remember all these great things that I'm doing for spreading this gospel and telling the world about Christ as he told us to do. Well, it wasn't just to the Jewish people, it was to all the Gentiles. And that there is no more distinction now that God makes between us as Jews and now the Gentiles themselves. And so there should not be, any kind of burden placed upon these Gentiles who are coming into the Christian movement to basically become Jews, because in and of themselves as Gentiles there is recognized a goodness and a favor and a sense of beauty and value and worth that perhaps did not exist beforehand in the understanding of Judaism. And so they debate you get what Paul has to say, and I forget who it is who stands up. But somebody stands up and basically says, that this Simeon, again, has spoken in the same way. Again, we don't know who this Simeon was, but he has spoken the same way about not placing any undue burdens upon the Gentiles as they come to the faith, but to rejoice in the fact, again, that this movement is encompassing, all of these people, all of humanity, and again, showing, again, that God is God of all things, of all creation, because it isn't just God who limits his love or limits his care or limits his forgiveness and beauty and wonder just to one group of people, but now it is to everybody. So again, this council begins sort of this movement away from a select chosenness, perhaps in understanding Israel, to now this greater blanket of chosenness upon all of humanity, again, all of creation, which again will further now the work of this Christian movement, both for good and for ill. But again, it is now a movement that cannot just be contained to one area or to one group, but must expand to accomplish what it is that Christ desired it to accomplish when he ascends to the Father. In the gospel today, again, the understanding of love, again, central to who it is that we are as believers, to who it is that we must witness to and demonstrate to this world. If we are not people who understand love, who care about love, who try to love in many different ways, then basically that we are not living up to what it is that we say that we are. We are giving a lie to what it is that we say that we are. And so Jesus, at this part of those Last Supper speeches, basically tells the apostles, live on in my love. Do what I have asked you to do. If you live on in my love, then I basically live in you, and you will accomplish great things because of that. Again, recognizing that, it isn't about rules and regulations. It isn't about do's and don'ts. It isn't about commandments. It is basically the understanding of the power of love, and basically not fearing to love, because when we don't fear to love, many things are possible. And continue blessed Easter season from RDU, St. Francis and people of God. May the Lord give you his peace.